What do you have to say to a company like LONGi in the broad spectrum of renewable energy and energy players? We're still a young company. We're a little bit more than 2 decades in our history. We did one thing right, which is to lower the cost of solar. And right now, we did some calculation. Roughly 27% of the world's installed solar capacity are using LONGi technology in one form or another, wafer or module. And we're committed to doing more of that. But we also realize that the world is changing. Geopolitics is changing. In the past 20, 25 years, we've been able to export our product to most part of the world. But now I think the landscape is very uneven. And also, solar is already the cheapest form of energy. But we're also approximating the limit, the physical limit of PV technology. The limit is like 29.4%, and our conversion rate is now already at 27%. Right. So there's only so much you can, juice out of the last bit of the technology. So any thing that come to your mind, any suggestions or questions even you would have for us?
So first, I think what LONGi has accomplished is absolutely remarkable and vital for the world. So it's a great contribution for the world. The advances of technology, of systems processing, the reductions of cost, the bringing solar on a mass scale available to the world is a huge contribution to the world. As I've been saying, we need to double or triple China's overall exports of solar power within the next few years. And I'm a policy guy. I'm not a production specialist or a technologist, just an admirer of leading technology. But on the policy side, my own view is to help the governments around the world to understand they should be doing a lot more in their own interest. So China should expand the Belt and Road program, meaning that it's providing low-cost financing for the build-out of solar. When I was speaking with the Elian group, which has been working in Inner Mongolia in the desert region, reclaiming the desert, I said, well, let's work with desert governments all over the world to let them know, look what you can accomplish. And so we're going to get together Central Asia, the Gulf countries in the Arabian Peninsula. We're going to get together the Sahelian countries in Africa, the countries of Southern Africa, Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, countries that share the desert in the Andean region, Peru, Chile, Bolivia, because all of these places have massive solar potential and not high-cost land use alternatives. That's a desert.
Right.
So the opportunities are really great. So what I would say to LONGi is really get in there to know that the world's going to accelerate in this area. It's going to be looking for comprehensive solutions. It's going to be looking for the integration of solar and grid and battery storage and hydrogen economy, electric vehicles. It's going to be looking for places where LONGi can do some production as well as exporting, because there are many places with at least some potential in some part of the supply chain to do a bit of industrialization, not matching China's fully integrated supply chain, but in some places. And at least for me as a policy advisor, I want to put together the great companies, the financial markets, the host governments that need transformation, the UN system, to say, look, here's a package deal that really makes sense and it works for everybody. And here's the financing that can make all the pieces work. So my own pledge on this is to work towards this massive increase of solar production and exports in China.
Yeah.
I have to say, when the US government said overcapacity in China, it's part of my own mission to prove that concept completely wrong. I just want to prove that capacity is needed for the world, and that if China's not fully using its capacity, it means that the rest of the world isn't doing what it needs to do yet to make the packages for investment that justify the increased production in China. So I'm very optimistic. I'm also thrilled with what I see in LONGi. It's a phenomenal company. It's made a great service to the world in driving down solar costs and in making so many other related innovations in different parts of the supply chain. So I'm a big optimist and a big fan.